Hi, Mike Cooper here from my YouTube channel, Mike the Rambler. This video is from day 2 of the US Masters Orienteering Championships 2022 put on by my club, New England Orienteering Club. There's a separate video I did on day 1 and I'll put a link to that in the description and at the end of this video. At the end of the first day's race, the club held a 50th anniversary dinner, which by all accounts went very well. I didn't go to it because I was staying overnight with a friend in Ludlow, and we met first at a beer fest his local brewery was holding. After spending some time with them at the festival, they let me park my camper van in their yard for the night. Thanks very much for the hospitality, Mike and Mary. So, Sunday morning, off to the next race. Here's the finish area before anybody comes. Beautiful setting. That's the results download. First finisher. Early starter out checking the course. In case any competitors get lost in the water. Actually, it's a local scuba diving club. In the 1980s, I used to compete for London Orienteering Club in the UK. And at this event, Ronan and Julie Cleary were over from London, and they brought with them an LOK top, which I ran in Sunday's race, and which I now have and will use from time to time. So here's the course I did on day 2, the Green X1. And as you can see, unlike day 1, there's a lot more green in the map. And what that meant that there was careful routes to be taken to avoid the green, and sometimes unavoidable, and you had to fight your way through it. As before, this is not a master class. I made mistakes, unfortunately, made a massive mistake at the second control. Lost a lot of time there, so I won't hide my mistakes. You will see them. Let's take a look at the course.
Yeah. Michael Cooper.
Yep.
Victoria Campbell. Jacob Huck.
Can I go inside the box?
Nope, not until it beeps.
Yes, 24 should be in this.
24s.
24 in this box. And I can
Green
if
X.
you're on this side.
Alright. Stop trying to go further out.
So you can just see the control there past the blue light. So punch, we recommend the one on the right.
Not sure why the GPS tracking didn't pick up at the start triangle. First control was pretty steady, got to it fairly successfully and was quite pleased. Second control, so I came around this sort of big shallow valley. I was doing okay here, was pretty comfortable with where I was here. And then just decided, I would contour around, going uphill a bit, contour around and find the control, but it turned into a complete disaster. There you think I'm pretty much out of control, but no, I don't see it. And then we go wandering all over the hillside. Trying to look for that steep valley just to the below the control and relocating off it. Seems like I get near to it there, and eventually I get to the control. That was really disappointing, having that big a mistake early on. Next control, down this little valley here, looking for the gap between the cliffs. There it is, into the valley, and then it was pretty straightforward once I was in that valley to get to the control. There's a rock up to the right. I'm either too high or too low, and I don't know which one it is. Where the hell was I? 3 to 4 is going to be a real pain. Go straight but try and navigate through the thickets. So the plan was to go left of those big cliffs. 3 to 4, I decided to take the fairly risky route straight, but there really wasn't much of a choice. I could have gone along that trail to the left there a little bit further. I realized that if I missed the control, I could relocate on the trail. So I went over that gentle hill. I found that nice gap between the woods there, but here, this shallow valley here had a little stream in it, and I thought that was the shallow valley just before, that was the ditch just before the control, which of course it wasn't. So I was messing around here and eventually decided I needed to get out to the trail. But as I was doing so, I looked around carefully and found the control. 4 to 5 just along the trail, and then cut across to it, and fortunately this went pretty smoothly. Finally get one control without too much of a mistake. And going to 6, I decided to come back out onto the trail, past the trail junction, and then cut off here. Looked for that small knoll right there, found it, crossed the sort of the more open forest and into the woods, and fortunately found the control. If I miss 4, I just plow straight onto the trail behind it and relocate there. Okay, there's that boulder. Over the trail. Over the gentle hilltop. Green with a bit of a way through it, but I wonder if I got this whole thing wrong and I was not far enough into the marsh. See, I was just wondering if it was up here. 152. Got fooled by the wrong marsh. It's just hiding behind one of those thickets. I didn't plan this, but now I'm going back this way. Well, at least when the battery dies, it's not going to show any more of my mistakes. Six or 7, this long leg, there was going to be a lot of trail running. I had to go through some fairly rough forest first to get out onto this first trail. Then you just turn right, speed up the tracking a little bit, cross the trail junction, then I decided to cut across into the valley here. It was a bit slow going down right there, then up the hill, and that was of course going very slowly up the hill. And then when I got to the crag here, the trail seemed to go left, but in fact it didn't, so I figured out it went to the right. A friend of mine didn't spot that and relocated on that hill. Then go carefully along the hillside. Navigated pretty well here, came down a bit too soon, but realized that very quickly and didn't lose much time at all. Alright, start by getting out to this trail. Oh, down he goes. No, that's not it. That's just a control on the path corner. I now want to go in, try and find that boulder and those little cliffs. Good luck to me. I think it's near that big rock. 7 to 8, just contour around the hillside to the valley and then go up the valley into the control. So just try and make sure I don't go uphill there. And I found it without too much difficulty. 8 to 9, through the green stuff. I had the trail. I wanted to get to the trail corner so I knew exactly where I was, and then went into the control without much difficulty. Just want to contour around. Found the rock. I think the control is in a sort of valley. That's what I can look for. I got this rock. So it should be in there. Trail. Oh, there's the trail bend. That's the trail corner. What is 9? I think those people are at it. Came out of 9 onto the trail, and then I decided to go to the left of all this green stuff. So cut across here, go through the runnable woods down to the big trail. I managed to find my way through, through some of this green stuff. Just sort of barge your way through it, get onto the big trail, and go along this. I thought there were some decent features to navigate between the trail and the control, so I cut off the trail here at this ditch, came down that, across the marsh, through the little gap there, into the next valley, and unfortunately I went up this re-entrance thinking it was mine, which was a stupid thing to do, but I realized very quickly what had happened, and then found the control. And 10 to 11 pretty much went straight to it, went for across the marsh, through the little gap there, and then just carried on going straight, sort of skirting around the green stuff into the control. Keep going this direction until we get to the big trail. Ah, there's the trail. Go through this.
There's a great plan.
Yep.
Doesn't feel like the control should be in here.
For 162?
I shouldn't say.
Okay. All right. Did you get it? Couldn't say that either. I got it. Never mind.
No.
That's my good.
I'm not sure I went far enough. Yeah. This looks like the right shape. It's gonna be the right one. May not have been the best route. That hill should be the big one on the map, so it should be this way. I can see it. 179. Came out of 11 on the trail. Just basically go on the trail to the corner and then into the control. Found it without too much difficulty. Not spot on, but not too bad. And then along the trail to this nice little outcropping of land. And I got to 13 okay-ish. Lost a few seconds, but it was okay. And then 13 to 14, I went too far to the left. I found a gorgeous beach there, but it wasn't where the control was, but I realized what happened and got to the control. So then just go back across this little almost island, around the trail, find the right kind of trail corner to cut off into the woods, and then go up to the control, which I found without too much difficulty. A friend of mine did have some problems there, but I found that I can, and it was just a case of going around the trail to the finish. That's the trail going in there. 12, 165 pit in a thicket. Should be some nice trails by now coming out of the control, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. Here we go. At this point, my battery died. I couldn't use my long life battery because I must have made a mistake charging it up. This morning it said it was dead. So I used a standard battery, and I was out for so long that it didn't last any longer, and there's no film of me getting out onto that nice bit of land. Oh well, that's how it goes. And after the race came the prize ceremony for the winners based on their times over the 2 days.
Hopefully you found everything in the right spot, and if you didn't, it's my fault, and hopefully you enjoyed the courses, and if so, then it's definitely Bridget and Tegan. So, I'm going to start with M80. Tony Federer in first place and Roger Underwood. Tony Federer and Roger Underwood. Sharon Crawford, of course.
Congratulations to all the winners and to New England Orienteering Club for hosting the event, and particularly the event director John Campbell. As you can see from my own results, I was nowhere near a winner. I was just walking the course, and even if I was running as fast as I could, I would not have won because I'm not that good enough. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like this kind of content, consider subscribing to the channel, like the video, and see you on the next one. Bye for now.